Welcome to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Jimmy.
Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time joining us, thank you. This is a podcast where Jimmy and I listen to a song and make an anime for it. Today's song is No Thanks by Epic High, and it's all caps, and it's THANXXX, so you know it's hardcore.
And it's Epic High featuring a bunch of other rappers, but there's 4 other ones, so it's Epic High. It's on Epic High's album.
It's pretty epic too. Ho, ho, ho.
And it's high.
Yep.
It's high up there on the charts.
There we go.
There you go.
We fixed it. But Jimmy and I have taken 5 minutes. We listened to this song and we imagined what anime would have this song as its theme. Mm-hmm. So we've written those down. We're going to share them with each other to create a mega anime. Right here, right now. Ding, ding, ding. That's round 1. We don't do rounds.
But it's so violent.
Yeah, no, I don't want to fight you. I really don't want to fight you.
I'm putting the gloves on.
Here, Velcro. Yeah, because only the nicest gloves have Velcro.
I'd just put ones on that are slip on, slip off.
Like dish gloves?
Or are the old school ones you lace them up like a shoe?
Yeah. That they probably
are Velcro ones for children?
I feel like that, but I bet
are
that's
those kid gloves?
I bet that's good one.
The kid gloves are off.
Yes, they are. Because we're not going to fight.
No.
Instead, we're going to share ideas.
Mano y mano.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What did I just agree to? But we're going to share our ideas, and then we will combine them as said, and then we will try and put a title to it.
Yeah.
And maybe cast people.
Sometimes.
If it comes
Always
to us.
Ourselves.
Yes. At least us.
We got to have a, what is it called?
Signature? A cameo?
Cameo. That's the thing.
Oh, sure.
Man. Yeah.
Off to a good start.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Can't remember simple words related to the podcast we do.
We don't use the word cameo that often.
Sometimes.
True.
Most times.
Most times not. Not that anyone should count how many times we've said the word cameo.
Please don't count any words we say.
Yeah, actually. But I have a feeling it's pretty
Unless
low.
you're doing you're typing it up for the hearing impaired. Then.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
We aren't that... we don't have that infrastructure.
Flush with cash?
Yeah, we're not there.
Paying anyone to do anything related to this? No.
Nope.
Not happening.
But I think I can share my idea if you're down.
Mm-hmm. I would appreciate you doing that.
Okay, I will then.
Because then I'll share my idea afterwards, and then we'll combine them into a mega anime, and then we'll come up with a title, and then
with the words. And oh my gosh, that sounds like a great idea. I'd better get us going.
You better start.
Do you know what your pet gets up to at night?
The Muffin Man?
Oh, I understand. I was like, what is your pet doing with the Muffin Man? I get it.
Fucking him.
Don't give a fuck. Oh, should we maybe mention that this song's pretty badass?
Oh, this song's fucking rad. It's been on our own suggestion list forever. And we just love it. I am
Groot, motherfucker.
Epic High is a good dude.
Yeah. Anyhow, fan of song. It's fun. Anyway, maybe you already listened to it. Maybe you want to pause, listen to it now. But
pause.
Ha ha ha. Because you're pets. You're already on to me. But anyhow, if you don't know what your pets are up to tonight, for one hapless person, their seemingly lazy fat cat is actually the feline leader in the area.
Sweet.
The cat sleeps all day and bulks up to rule the neighborhood streets at night. Something happens. Cloudy on what it is. I tried to fill it out later. Anyway, allowing the owner, Hazy, to follow and understand the dealings of their badass cat.
Hell yeah. They become like the sidekick to the mob boss cat.
Who says that?
I love it.
I also wouldn't be mad if the cat wears a suit and gambles, a.k.a. Fat Tony from The Simpsons.
Cat Tony.
And I was thinking, the cat then returns in the morning to recover from their previous night and go back to just meow, big fluffy fat cat, just doing nothing. But then night rolls around and they push up them blazer sleeves and...
So something happens to reveal to the owner.
Which is
otherwise they're very good at
Oh yeah, it's a completely
hiding,
normal, just like lazy, fluffy kitty.
Meow.
I was thinking maybe it starts with the owner putting like a camera, like a GoPro or like a GPS tracker on the cat's collar.
On the cat's closet. Where all the cat outfits are.
That's true. That could be somewhere. They have a storage.
Because I imagine it's so funny. People always dressing up their cats. You have to like.
Oh yeah.
Like put their. But then I'm imagining a cat like just adjusting its own cuff.
Putting on like a little.
And that's a little bit of jewelry. Hilarious
nice,
visual.
Nice watch. Yeah. Nice gold watch.
Very James Bond, but cat.
Yeah, and like rougher.
Yeah.
But rough. Anyway.
Like a dog.
It maybe starts with like the tracking of seeing like, whoa, where'd my cat go last night, or a video or something.
GPS tracker.
But it ends up the owner follows up to discover the real truth, and then I have a title for you. I call it Fat Cat. Or it could be The Fat Cat, but I don't think it means. Yeah. It's basically a mob boss cat.
Tony.
Cat Tony.
Cat Tony.
Cat Tony.
Hey, bring Cat Tony over here.
Meow. But yeah, I was thinking maybe we've got some actual like voice acting on part of the cat. The cat doesn't just go around like meow.
Oh, totally.
Meow.
That was in the show with the cat roommate. I think the inner monologue of the cat was given.
Yeah.
At some point.
And then the cat's also dealing with other cats.
Yeah.
But
or like Psyche K when he's a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good shit.
Anyhow, that was it. This song was so badass, and I just saw this, like, big hulking cat.
That's great.
Being a badass.
You looked down and you saw our cat.
Maybe.
And you were like, he's not that big, but what if he was a big boy?
What if he was a badass?
I like it.
You're already a badass, dude.
That's
My apologies.
Good. Well, thank you. Oh, you were talking about that? Oh.
What's your idea there, Jimmy?
Good save. My idea also involves a group of badasses.
Oh, okay.
A group,
you say cat.
In fact, of highly skilled divers, scientists, and archaeologists. They're normally satisfied with...
If you're doing the Italian job, I'm going to greenlight this immediately.
Kind of? Like, very visually, when I heard the song, I was seeing, like, them on the underground roto underwater things.
Yeah.
Heisty.
Very.
That's mine.
Okay. Love the Italian job. Just gotta say that. The remake, even.
Yeah, with the Mini Coupes.
Controversial, sure. Love that one.
Mini Coupes. It's got some good peeps in it. Even like Seth Green is in it.
Yep.
Most definitely.
The Sutherland, the older one.
Donald Sutherland.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
He's the dad. It's got Charlize Theron. It's not Uma. No, it's not Uma Thurman.
Yeah, that movie's fucking
them a little
wild.
Confused.
The fact that it exists.
And then Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And then the one guy, Jason Statham, is it?
Jason Statham.
Is that him?
I think it's Jason Statham.
Oh, God, I love that movie. I gotta find that somewhere. Anyhow, so sorry. Continue your heist.
Okay, divers, scientists, archaeologists. These are smart people. They're normally satisfied with recovering ancient works from sunken ruins, etc.
Sure.
But turn to a life of vigilantism when the Nazis show up on their turf. Looking for magical artifacts.
Okay, I like your surf turf. Is this supposed to be
a la Indiana Jones?
Okay, so 1940s.
The crew... well, maybe. The crew... Who knows? The crew takes care of business and kicks Nazi ass along the way. More than half the time, however, they are recovering mundane artifacts. So it's like just a regular show. Or Indiana Jones, he gets like a book and he's like, oh, it's just like a book. But every so often, they find something that absolutely would end the world if the Nazis got it. Oof. So it's like mind control stuff, very Indiana Jones inspired.
Did you know, not to interrupt, but Harrison Ford is somehow involved with some board that has to do with archaeology since he did Indiana Jones?
That's fucking
awesome.
Like
still
He got like a...
I don't know, he enjoyed it enough that he's like part of some...
That's crazy. I learn more and more about that man almost daily.
I know, he's so cool.
And like he lived through a plane crash and
yeah,
just crazy guy.
A couple of wives, couple of kids. It's just he's a neat dude. I
still really liked him in Blade Runner 2049. Like, of course the original, but like his reprisal of the role, so good.
So good. Anyway, sorry for that, Harrison Ford.
So they travel the world, setting up underground networks to smuggle artifacts to secure locations. Sucks that the man looks at them as if they've taken the law into their own hands, but when their only enemy is fascism, it's not hard to pick a side.
Ooh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Very Indiana Jones.
Hella Indiana Jones. But like a group of diverse people, diverse scientists, archaeologists, all in this
Different
big
backgrounds, different.
and they're kind of in like a, like a secret organization-esque that they basically just start because they're like, if the Nazis got this headdress that does bullshit.
So it's James Bond, but in a team of Indiana Jones people.
It was funny when you
this.
said the cat was like putting on a suit and stuff. I'm like, going to kick Nazi ass.
Here we go. Got this.
Yeah. But that's my idea.
Cool.
I like yours.
I like yours.
Well, that's great.
I don't know how to combine them yet, but...
Off the top of the dome, I also don't.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, neither do I. I mean, it seems unfair to just turn your idea into cats.
But also, more marketable.
I suppose.
Think of the merch.
I suppose.
Did we just do dogs breeds? We could do cats. Or something different.
Yeah.
But then I want your main idea is the cats, so we might just do the cats.
I have a small idea.
Okay.
Feel free to veto me, but your story is going on, and some of them have cats. And the cats in their spare time at night are also fighting like Nazi cats.
I really like that. No, I really do like that.
Okay.
I think that's it.
So the cat like sees the owner the next day like kick some Nazi butt, do some cool move, and the cat's like, I could do that. I'm flexible. And then the following night it's like, I'm gonna do that thing to that Nazi cat.
I think it's like legitimately one of those shows where you
Or-
see the human.
They could turn
The
the Nazi
little-
cats into good cats because they have like good food or something, and then the Nazi cats go and like take apart the Nazis. That's how the Nazis are taken down, by their own felines.
Maybe.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
I like the idea of the cats being the main characters, but you're still aware of, for instance, the cat who is, let's say, Blindiana Jones's cat. Like, you see the human put up like a hat and a whip,
And the cat goes
and then
and whacks
the
at it.
cat gets like a shake in the thing, because like he has a dog in some movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was named after the dog. But this is alternate reality where
Call
it's
them
cats.
like, what's a good other name? Yeah, a Virginia. Oh, that's a lady's name, I suppose. That doesn't mean
Doesn't
we could
matter.
have. Yeah, we
Mississippi.
We could have Virginia Jones and her cat.
Yeah. Or Mississippi Jones. Why always Jones? I don't know. Mississippi Bones.
Ooh.
Pretty good. But yes, I think the crime-fighting cats are the thing.
Cool.
And the crime is fascism.
I love the idea that in the background they're like the humans are like figuring stuff out. Like there's chalkboard.
Totally.
It's basically Indiana Jones.
It's the like
going
boring
on.
parts of Indiana Jones that you're like, oh, they have to establish all this stuff. But also, now there's, in the foreground, cats.
And maybe the cat's just like cleaning a paw and like half listening and then also like thinking at the same time. So we hear the cat's thoughts and then we hear the humans like, we've got to do this. They're going to be here at this time. The cat's like, oh, I could do that.
Look, if the cats can be partially the main characters in Sailor Moon.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. That was definitely
a la Artemis,
something that got me going
a la Luna.
on this. Artemis, man.
This is a good name. I don't know.
So good.
Because apparently this is a different dub. This is like a redub from the original.
So you think maybe Artemis wasn't...
I don't know. Or they're both completely extrapolated from the Japanese,
That could be.
original thing. But regardless.
Been watching lots of Sailor Moon. It's just OG Steven Universe, but that is a different discussion.
Yeah.
Into it.
Go check out our podcast that doesn't exist where we compare.
If you really want to hear us discuss that, just tweet at us about how much we love.
Yeah, we'll do an April Fool's episode where that's the episode.
Jeez, that'd be terrible. But okay.
You asked for it.
I did not, especially.
I'm pointing to Harrison
Specifically.
Ford, who just walked in on accident.
He's also a big fan, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I love how soft-spoken he's become.
I feel like he does the whole kind of just like, I don't get paid enough to talk a lot.
Yeah. He was talking about, in a video I watched very recently, about the Call of the Wild, or Into the Wild, whatever it is.
The Alaska one?
With all the CG dogs.
Yeah.
He was like, it's all CG, but the job's the same. And he, like, draws a circle in the air around his face. And he's like, we still have to tell a story. Like, it doesn't matter about anything else. You just have to tell the story.
Cool.
And I was like, damn, that's cool.
That's really cool.
Because
that movie looks bad.
Video of him, like, petting the man who's playing the dog.
Yeah.
God, that was great.
It looked like the behind the scenes, if you're like, oh, this looks bad. But, yeah, man's got to eat.
He claimed that it had a good story behind it, and that's how he chooses what he does.
I think I read that book.
I don't know.
Or I just read Hatchet, and I'm like, survival.
Same difference. Dogs, no dogs. Hatchet, no hatchet. Same difference.
I mean, they probably have a hatchet if they're in the Alaskan tundra.
They got dogs.
He didn't have dogs, though.
No.
He just had a plane crash. That was a good book.
That
I read it
back.
so long ago.
That was
It is like a fever dream.
Elementary school?
I could have lived it, and I maybe,
I'd be very surprised if that were the case.
Yeah, I'd be a different person.
I think so.
I'd be more famous, I think.
Oh, well, yeah, your podcast would be doing really well.
I'd be doing so well. I was like, remember the kid who survived in the Alaskan tundra?
He talks about anime now.
He's a weeb now. That's
really
what it does. That's what isolation does to you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have main character cats.
Yes.
And we have background characters, though still very important to the story.
Yes.
I would love the idea that all the quote-unquote important stuff is happening through the humans, and the cats are just, like, fucking around a little bit.
Yeah.
They're getting stuff
it's
done.
It's like they're clearly going to these places with the humans. They're in the planes. They're in the buses.
How cute
they're
would
in the
that be?
Blimps. They're doing all the things that are in the movie.
Dressed up. Yeah.
Iconic imagery of those pulp films. Like, that's the thing, is Indiana Jones is even, like, acknowledging those films.
Yes, that's true.
And, like, this is acknowledging that and then what those came from, which is super pulpy, and I love it.
I'm into it.
It also gives way to sort of this, like, steampunky alternate universe kind of thing.
Like that one movie that, like, Nazis are on the moon?
Kind of, but I haven't seen that one. So
I haven't either?
But
I somehow know about it.
It was, like, on Netflix forever, and they're just like, watch it. There's a sequel.
No.
Where it was, like, future Nazis on the moon. That movie... It's wild.
I'm not into that.
Very odd.
Yeah.
And this is odd, to say the least.
Are you thinking it's funny? Like, do the cats have a bomb that they need to disarm and one just, like, starts biting it and, like, rolling it around the floor? Okay.
Like, full-on Indiana Jones, just wacky, oddball shit happening.
Yeah, Indiana Jones definitely had some funny parts.
The part with the gun, and he whips... And he's like, I got a sword, and then he's like...
Sorry, more facts. Did you know that was... like
improvised?
An ad-lib, because he was super, super sick?
Yeah.
They all had food poisoning.
Is that true?
That's what I heard somewhere.
I've never seen... You've just told me this many times, and I want to believe it.
It's one of those things where even if it's not entirely true, I don't think it hurts anything, and it brings me joy.
It enhances the scene if you know that it's just like a
love
tired-ass actor who's sick.
He had really bad food poisoning.
He can't do the scene. He can't do the scene of fucking...
The fighting and,
whip sword fight. You know what's faster? One shot.
So good.
It's very good.
So good.
Those movies are slightly problematic.
His friend. Oh, I like that actor.
Hagrid?
Yeah. What is his name? I can never remember his name.
I can't either.
I like him, though.
Gimli?
Yeah, no, I'm sure there are a lot of things in there that could be done better.
Oh, yeah, that guy's white is the main thing.
Oh, yeah. Small issue, when we don't have accurate representation. But,
Yeah, there's stuff where you literally have to view it in the era.
Yeah. But, I mean, that informs...
And you take it with a grain of salt, and that's the thing. If it's still a good movie after all of that, then you're like, it's still a good movie.
And you just acknowledge, like, they should have done this differently.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I literally
it's a product
heard
of its
this
time.
Conversation on a podcast where they were talking about, like, comedy not aging well.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it's still funny, though...
As long as it's not at the expense of anyone.
The joke can still be funny, and the movie can still be incredibly offensive... It's just like a fact.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the oddball thing that they threw out was Team America.
Oh, God.
I was just like, no way.
I've never seen that.
I should watch it again.
You should?
I should.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
That movie's
okay.
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm good.
beyond
Anyhow,
reason.
as long as it's not at anyone's expense, I think
It's
fine.
at everyone's expense.
I'm talking more about Indiana Jones. But anyhow, we've got this epic adventure of badass people in a cool organization working together, getting all of their different specialties,
Totally.
kicking ass,
And they're cats.
taking names, and it could be pets too.
And they are cats, and they're cats.
Mm-hmm. Maybe someone has like a parakeet.
Yeah.
It's got some wings.
Yeah.
And then they have to like, don't do it, Harold. I know he looks tasty, but don't do it.
The parrot Q's the only one we got who can make these stick-related things.
Yep. The parakeet's the only one.
Yeah. It makes sense.
And then the parakeet like glares at Harold. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we can have multiple pets because they all have just like the different.
But cats are the main crew.
Yeah, of course.
Sticking with that.
The leader.
And I think, do you think the, what is it, underground network smuggling kind of thing gets your mob thing across?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely that like underhanded.
Sort of a vigilantism, except like not crime.
Yeah.
Like mob.
Yeah.
Mob is like a crime syndicate. This is just like a syndicate.
Mine was mostly illegal gambling of like
heroism.
anchovies.
And anti-fascist.
But anyhow.
Yeah.
No, I think this is good. I like the idea of, like the divers probably have some sort of like amphibious pet.
Yeah.
Like aquatic.
Oh, I always
kind of
like references in animal movies where they open a door and then there's a bunch of dogs playing poker. And then they close the door.
Yes.
Because I want there to be mob references. Like, I don't know. That's the thing, is you could just throw in a bunch of shit to really steep it in this,
especially if there is
underground seediness.
like stolen artwork.
Oh, totally.
That's like black markety kind of
artwork
stuff.
and artifacts and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I
just
feel like
a small percent of them are magical take over the world devices.
And it could be that, something was stolen by XYZ and then the Nazis are trying to get it and then this group is trying to get it first.
And I didn't write it down, but in my idea, it's like generally the Nazis are going after all the artifacts, whether they think they're magical or not. So it's always like contentious as to whether they're going to retrieve it. And so the Nazis are like, is this? Oh, it's nothing. And then they like destroy it because they're assholes or whatever.
Just throw it over their shoulder into a pile.
Exactly. Also, there was something about the imagery of the huge warehouse where they put the Ark of the Covenant and stuff. You know, there's something iconic about that existing, and I want that to exist in this mythos as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That sounds good.
There's some backstory lore for you.
I'm into this. I think it's cool. But I'm also a big fan of Indiana Jones to begin with.
And cats.
So, exactly. Why
but not
wouldn't
in a
I
musical.
like this? I can't really get behind that as much.
I haven't seen it. Or the movie, the musical, anything.
I saw the musical, like a filming of the Broadway one in like middle school. It was like the teacher was out. We had a sub and it was like, here, just watch this
Cats?
on like music hour. Anyway, it was...
I've only absorbed information about it through the zeitgeist, especially when the movie came out.
Yeah, there was lots
and like
of...
a huge subset of people are just like, this movie fucking rocks.
I only heard bad things.
Oh, it rocks in that it is so fucking bad.
Oh, okay.
And some people in my D&D group are like, we saw it. It's horrifying.
They have some like top caliber people involved.
Ian McKellen, Judi Dench.
Yeah.
Tons of other people.
Yeah.
Idris Elba's in that fucking movie.
I know.
How? Why?
That just could, I guess. I don't know.
Sometimes when you should do something, or can do something,
Doesn't mean you should.
Doesn't mean you should. Almost really fucked that up.
No, just because you should do something doesn't mean you can.
You should have made the Cats movie.
Which is also true.
Yeah. But
no, I'm feeling good about this.
Totally.
It's lots of, is it capers? Can we say?
It's capers. It's campy. It's pulpy. It's got pomp. It's got
we're
circumstance.
making some sort of meal. We got capers and
Just like
pulp and
weird, gross smoothie we've created.
Put it in the blender.
Very salty, but also sweet. Yuck.
Unprepared for this.
I don't take the capers out.
I can't. They're already blended in. The cats will like it.
They have weird texture. Except in that one pasta where they were okay. The puttanesca.
Yeah, we had a good puttanesca. We're usually not a big caper fan, but
now I'm a big fan of these capers. Though.
But these capers.
These
though.
It's hard to speak English sometimes.
I mean, yeah, cameo. But no, I'm happy with this. We have, it sounds like the serial thing. Maybe each episode is a different escapade.
I'm getting like older 90 cartoons vibes. I think just
Sailor Moon.
based on Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And you can see all of the 90s cartoons not mimicking that because they all were coming out basically at the same time.
Very similar vibes.
And they were all trying that same sort of Monster of the Week thing. Mm-hmm. And this is that.
Yeah.
Monster of the Week is always Nazis, but
Yep.
the Artifact of the Week, that's our little twist on it.
And whoever, whether or not it's the artifacts in a museum or if another group has
or if it should belong in a museum.
It's got lots of different opportunities to interact with all sorts of colorful folks.
Oh, very exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's like a world traveling show, too.
Definitely. We can do that part a la Indiana Jones with the little plane, dot.
Thing. Yeah.
I loved that part as a kid.
Oh, me too.
I mean, I don't dislike it now.
It's an amazing, just like...
We traveled.
It's an amazing just overlay of like, look, place to place. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, Hollywood magic, they really didn't go there.
No.
Except the dunes and the sand stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's like hot. Mm-hmm. I would assume. Do you want to think of a title now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think we're there.
I think so too.
What words are you thinking? Perhaps.
Oh, God.
Perchance. Like cat artifact?
Cat artifacts. Cat word.
Uh-huh.
Artifact word.
Not just cat artifacts. The Sphinx, I mean.
The hidden turds.
Oh my gosh, they have to excavate. That's terrible.
They're really good at it. Yeah,
there
cats
will be
and...
one subtle turd joke.
Turd joke.
But from like the archaeologist cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cat artifacts.
All right, you want to do a cat word first or an artifact word first?
I can start with an artifact.
Sweet, I'll do a cat word. 3, 2, 1, meow.
History.
History.
Meow, meow, history.
Switcheroo, 3, 2, 1, museum.
Whiskers.
Mewseum.
Ah.
Those are my M words.
I also thought there's something, it's like a cat's eye marble or crystal or some minerals like a cat's eye something, and that I was like, oh, that could be something, but probably not. And I don't think fat cat still applies. Or the fat cat.
There is a fat cat present.
There is, yeah.
But it's not the point of the show. The point of the show is about cats and artifacts.
Yes.
Articats.
Articats. Arctic cats is what that sounds like.
Arctic cats? Yeah.
That's a thing?
Like snow cats?
Yeah.
Or like
Arctic cats.
Arctic cats or something?
Isn't that... Never mind. I thought it was like a TV show.
I thought it was like a real breed of cat. I'm thinking of like tundra cats or something. Though.
Yeah, I know. I think that might be like a subset or something. Arctic cats.
Big old fluffy boys.
Arctic Thunder.
Pokemon.
Was that... You know, it doesn't matter. I liked that
Lego set.
arcade game because it had the fans.
Oh, it like blew gross air on your face?
Uh-huh.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I had fun with that one, though.
That's how you get Legionella.
Gross.
If they put like water in it.
Gross. Okay. Moving right along.
Or Legionnaires, whatever.
Cartifacts? Cart? I put an R. Catafacts?
Catafacts? Articats. Oh, it's not that. It 100% is not that.
No.
What if we tried to go off like
your museum, like a pun?
Yeah, like my museum, Mewseum, but just like...
You didn't say museum, did you?
Well, I said museum, but just like the word museum.
But like meow.
But
you
like
said Mewseum?
Like mew?
But yeah, M-E-W.
I said Mewseum.
Okay, yeah. What if we did M-E-W?
That would work.
Museum.
Museum is... It's the word museum.
Mm-hmm. But it's with cats.
And that belongs in a museum.
Ah.
Like an artifact does.
Yeah, it would.
And everything always belongs in the museum.
It's true.
But it's cats.
So it's Mewseum.
That belongs in a museum.
Museum.
Exclamation point.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Cool. I like that.
That's fun. That belongs in a museum.
It makes sense because we have the lightness, because it's funny, but also the whole, like, we're saving the world and artifacts.
Is it Mew-Seum or just, like, make it one word museum?
I don't think we need a dash, but I guess we could see how it looks with and without.
I think we'll see. The title image will determine.
Yeah, it might be more noticeable and not just like they spelled that really weird, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes you have to put like a dash or quotes.
But then in the actual title, rather than a dash, it would be like a cat's paw.
Oh, totally.
Museum.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
or a fish bone.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because like excavating bones.
Not just turds.
You get it.
One joke.
Just one joke.
Only the one joke.
Or they're like, what is this? And they're like, also, this is very like Samurai Pizza Cats. They're the main. There's no humans in that show, though.
My favorite childhood show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
This is very like that. Mm-hmm. But not they're ninjas
narrator.
and not pizza and...
No narrator.
No, this is the museum.
Welcome to Little Museum.
Yeah, not that. That's perfect. Who do you want to be?
Like impression. Just
it was incredible. No, it was incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're hired.
Yes.
For a cameo part, a bit part in That Belongs in a Museum. Who do you want to be in that show?
I wouldn't mind being a cat that they ask for like directions or something. The other cats are like, "Hey, have you seen so and so go this way?" Or like, "Are we anywhere near this?" And be like, "Yes, just go this way," or whatever.
And I'd be a different one in New York. I'd be like, "Welcome to Brooklyn. I'm a kid.
And as such, I'm gonna tell you.
You're on the Brooklyn Bridge."
We could have a quote unquote cameo. It would be more of like a nod at there's some sort of mafia boss cat somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's
similar
fun.
to mine.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be funny if someone was like, "Oh, I already used the name Harold. What's another cat name? Jerry."
Zip.
Oh, Zip's much better. Mine are all old men.
Old Jewish men. Harold and Jerry.
Zip, come here. Like tick, tick, tick on like a food thing. And he's like, "Oh, shit." And like rips off his clothes and runs back to the house to be fed.
That's good.
That would be funny. He's like a big boss cat. And then it's like,
Zip.
"Oh, it's my time." Whoop.
That's pretty funny.
It would be cute.
So many bits.
Mm-hmm. But that would be a nice homage if you're cool with that.
I'm super cool with that.
Because this belongs in a museum.
Just like that belongs in a museum. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's great. Well, that is the show.
Yes, it is.
Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm super excited for this season to come out.
Totally.
Eventually, we'll just go back and we'll be like, okay, Baker's Kiss.
We've got years of material.
Oh, yeah.
Years.
Baker's Kiss. With the astral projection Mary Berry.
I don't know where to start other than perfection, a.k.a.
That's where you go.
Except for our audio issues for the first few episodes.
The idea is perfect. Mm-hmm. The episode itself.
The execution of recording it.
It was like multiple microphones.
We figured it out a little bit better.
But the thing is, it's like people who do multiple microphones use some like weird like a middle piece that we do not have.
No.
So we can't do like fun, like if I wanted to isolate my audio and you were talking. Like, it doesn't work like that, right?
If I wanted you to be quiet.
No, like if I wanted to do like a robot voice for one episode and you're like, what's going on? But it would also then translate to like you doing it.
I understand, yeah.
Unless I like redubbed it, but like no.
No.
So yeah, you just get our dumb normal voices.
Sorry.
But that is the show. We have a Twitter. It's at Instant Anime Pod, where we post GIFs teasing upcoming episodes, usually. But for right now, we're trying to
amplify some other voices.
Yeah, so we're not really given any tips or clues on what our newest episodes are about, except I don't think I've done it at all.
Okay.
So sorry.
I have no complaints. That's fine.
It's still a fun place to follow us if you want updates on when the episode comes out. It's still automatically posts there.
Yep.
And just the other stuff we're posting about there at Instant Anime Pod for that. Otherwise,
we have our website, instantannie.me, or, it's M-E, but it sounds instantannie.me.
It's Instant Anime.
Anyhow, it's Instant Anime with a period before the M.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, we host at that site. It is our home base, so it has all of our episodes. It has clickable links in the description if you want to listen to a song like No Thanks by Epic High. It's right in the description. So cool.
It's got that slapping bass line.
You're going to feel like a badass cat You're going to be kicking some butts.
Hell yeah.
Saving the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I don't know if there's going to be a music video for this one. I feel like when there's lots of collaborators, it's harder to get a music
harder
video.
with that or like swearing and stuff.
That's true. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
But it's Epic High, so like you never know.
That's true. That's true. In any case, if it's there, it'll be there. But in any case, I'm saying that a lot. However, it's there. And in our sidebar, in addition to the episodes, we have some podcatchers. We've got some suggestion form if you would like to suggest a song to be featured in an episode to be turned into a mega anime. And, rate us if you want. We've got our Spotify playlist if you want to listen to songs that we've used in the past. It's pretty banging.
Yeah.
Most of them are there. The majority of the songs we've used.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Spotify is pretty good. If you are listening to us on Spotify or use Spotify, if you find any songs on there, then that's great because that's when it'll be on that playlist if we use it in the episode.
Until they take it off.
Yeah.
Because they do that sometimes.
But then all you have to go in your settings and check the box that says like show me songs that aren't on it.
That's true. 100%.
Just troubleshoot that. Otherwise, we had a link in the last episode for the itch.io bundle for racial justice. That is over as of this episode. I think it ended last week. But I'm going to post in this episode the Humble Bundle, I think at least the month of June, or at least a couple weeks from when this is posted, is having another bundle, or a $30 bundle for racial justice.
Awesome.
With not just games, but also books and comics and a lot of stuff related to that.
That's really
cool. So that
cool.
was like an instant buy for me.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I'll show you what it's got. So
that's awesome.
We'll post that. It'll be in this podcast description, as well as some other links that you should check out for Black Anime Podcasts and just other stuff in general.
Absolutely.
Other than that, that's the episode.
Yeah, call your dad. Happy Father's Day.